Sabok. This game is coming on the back of 2 games for match day 7 on Friday when
one of the top liners of the weekend. On the back of defeats for both sides, they'll be looking to pick some positive results carrying into this game. Hatterfolk narrowly lost out to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and the shocking results for Dreams when they played in Cape Coast the last time. And at home, they'll be hoping that the results will go in their favor.
So Hatterfolk hoping the results go in their favor, same as Dreams FC. They come into this game after defeats, and Mohamed Al Hassan, he knows too well that defensively they could have been better in that game against Asante Kotoko. The ball actually
they believe in.
So all is set. We're ready for the kickoff here at the Theatre of Dreams in Deu. It's the Ghana Premier League match day 7 on Star Times at the channel 247. Eso, Odo, whistles, game underway. Afutu with a long searching pass into enemy territory, but Masaoud picks up Peter Sarkodie in post. Sarkodie was man of the match when they beat Mediama here. Brilliant goalkeeper. Here's Kofi Koji. Radi Obuka, he loses possession. Now Dreams FC will make early inroads. The cross delivered, but not the best of deliveries.
Radi Obuka should know better that you can't be losing the balls in such areas, because once you are turned, it's almost difficult for you to recover. Nobody's ready for you to lose the ball at the moment. So once you lose your guard and you lose the moment in deep inside your own half, it's always horrible.
Here is Okran. Whips one inside Hasselhoff's territory. Obuka does well to get the ball away for the Phobians. Kofi Koji is chasing. Clever defensive work by Abdul Jalilu. Kofi Koji. Masaoud. He's a star man for this Dreams FC team. All eyes will be on Okran. He's got 2 goals. He grabbed those 2 goals in that opener against Kim Faisal here. He scored twice in that game. He's been the talismanic figure for them since the Premier League began. Here is Kofi Koji. Up against Abdullahi. Fatal's cross in. Easy catch for Sarkodie.
That is where Fatal loves to be. In their last game when they played against Kotoko, it was almost like they were instructed himself and Ovuka not to overlap. But when they come into the half of the opponent, they're able to pick in some decent crosses. And in that moment, that wasn't one of the best crosses coming into the box, but it's positive signs.
Masaoud. There the Phobians under pressure. This could be dangerous. Miscalculation. He went in too early. Gideon Ofer.
That was a wonderful run by Gideon Ofer. Beat his man all day. Skip passing, the brilliant weight on the pass was good. He was trying to take it on first time, but just couldn't quite catch it well.
Ofer promoted from Dreams FC's feeder club. Benjamin Afutu. Joseph Eso is brought down, free kick for Hatterfolk. Patrick Atta not too happy with the decision. So this is a cut he suffered during that defeat to Asante Kotoko last weekend. There was a collision between himself and Adum, and he came off the worst. And it's refreshing news that he's back on the field and starting for the Phobians this afternoon.
Great news for all the fans and the manager as well to have one of his top players available.
Frederick and Saboche will line up for the free kick. Answers delivery, dip inside out of the box. That was Benjamin Afutu. Where was he watching? What was going through his mind?
It's a shocking header. I'm sure he lost his bearings completely because Benjamin Afutu was in a good area to head it back across the face of goal. As the ball comes in, it's in a deep area. Nobody picking him up. Nobody picking him up there. All on his own, just couldn't head it back across the face of goal. It's an awkward header by Afutu who did well to find that space.
Abdul Karim Zito, pensive mood. On the back of that defeat to Dwarfs in Cape Coast, they can't afford to drop any more points, especially at their own backyard.
Yeah, they went into that game as favourites on the back of the poor stats that Dwarfs had. I mean, they went in there thinking that they were the team to beat or they were the better side. Fortunately for them, that wasn't the case because they just couldn't produce the goods. And when you take your eye off the ball and underestimate your opponents, you can't haunt you.
Benjamin Afutu. Imanonete loses possession. Here is Dreams FC. Want to make a move deep into our territory. Ovuka gets the ball away. Patrick Atta to Maxwell Atta. Switches to Emmanuel Okram. Back to Masaoud. Here is Patrick Atta. This can be dangerous. Here is Dreams FC. Issa Ibrahim. Good defensive work by Mohamed Al Hassan. That was timely from the former Wafa man. That was some amazing run from Issa. Imanonete is sprinting forward. Here is Joseph Esso. Slows down the pace for a while. Gets back to Nete. Nete with a pass that's awkward and poor from Nete. Uncharacteristic of him, he delivered a tailor-measured pass to Afriye the other time in Accra in that game against Asante Kotoko, but for Wahab Adams' intervention, Afriye would have scored. But here is Dreams with an opportunity of their own. Dreams FC, that was poor. That was a very poor attempt from Okreku.
Okreku showed great strength here too. Get past his man. Moa Hassan is struggling to get back into position, but that vital moment when he was just about to pull the trigger, just watching here, no clean contact with the ball, rolls straight into the arms of Arthur. But that was a great striker's play there, showed great strength to gather the ball. Just the final moment where he was going to strike it that let him down. A positive inroads there for Dreams.
Joseph Esso. Here's Mohamed Al Hassan. Stopped by Patrick Atta. Ovuka. Nete. Absent-mindedness. Now Dreams FC. Here is Okreku. He squares it, but it goes to Ovuka. Both teams struggling to string passes together and hold on to possession for a longer while. Here is Nete. Afutu. Fatah Mohammed. That's all to find Nete, who tries to get the 1-2 with Fatah. It didn't work out. Patrick Atta. Hatsaboki Mano Nete.
So quite clearly in this game, Fatah Mohammed and Radio Vuka have the license to join the attack and crowd our flanks for Dreams. And it's the reason why you see Koji, Esso, and Bamie all getting into the 18-yard area.
Emmanuel Okran. gives away possession. Benjamin Afutu. Kofi Koji wants to turn. He's got Masaudi to cover. Lovely back heel. It's cleared, but eventually gets outside for a goal kick advantage. Dreams FC. You expect to see an all-afternoon tussle between Mohamed and Okreku. It's already begun.
Yeah. There you see, it's difficult to say that a foul was from Moa Hassan because Okreku had his hand across his shirt.
A free year. Nete. Good block. Vuka. One space. He puts 1-2 for Kofi Koji. And here is Kofi up against Abdullahi. He fouls Kofi Koji and it's a free kick against the Dreams FC centre back.
Kofi Koji, that is exactly where he loves to play. Out on the left where he can cut onto his right foot. That was exactly what he was trying to do, but that arm coming across his face, that little touch on his face was enough to make him stop. It can be painful sometimes. Doesn't matter how slight it is. Once across the face, it can always be painful. But that is where Kofi Koji can be dangerous. When he drifts out wide, he can cause you all sorts of problems.
He scored a much-needed winner in that game against Liberty, the last time they won. He grabbed a late dramatic winner for them. They came from a goal down to win that game, actually. That's a brilliantly taken one. Sarkodie saves. Joseph Esso. That was brilliantly taken.
It was an incredible shot. Almost deceiving everybody there. Goalkeeper thought it was going to come in for a cross. Esso had different ideas. Almost beat him to it. It was onto the crossbar. Goalkeeper was beaten. Esso unlucky to have had a shot struck the crossbar. That was brilliantly taken. Brilliant.
We've done 10 minutes at the Theatre of Dreams in Dewu. It's Dreams FC 0, Accra Hearts of Oak 0.
That was a great attempt again. There you see the free coming in. Beautifully struck right there. The goalkeeper is beaten.
So Sarkodie never had a touch on that one.
Right onto the crossbar.
Completely beaten.
Just didn't dip in time to get beneath that, an inch down, and that was a goal for Accra Hearts of Oak. That was a completely well-taken free kick. He's already scored one in the season.
Yes, he scored a brilliant one in that game against the Busian Dwarfs, and Kofi Koji equally scored from the set piece in that game. It's Okreku and Robert Adesoa. Just a nasty tackle by Emmanuel Nete. That's a bad one.
And he knows it. Straight away goes to the man to apologize and holds his hand up, telling the referee, I know I got it all wrong. It's time challenge right there.
You don't allow Issa Ibrahim the kind of spaces you want to give him, but you don't go with nasty challenges like this.
Absolutely.
Kingsley also lines up for this free kick. Max Oata, the pass was too weighty for the Dreams FC skipper. Former national under 20 star. It's Max Olata again. Mohamed Al Hassan. Benjamin Afutu. Radi Ovuka. Emmanuel Nete, the Phobians, passing well and moving into enemy territory again. Misplaced pass by Nete. Patrick Arta. Abdul Jalilu. Mohamed Al Hassan is trying to put one through for Kofi Koji. Kofi keeps it out, but eventually it goes back for a goal kick to Dreams FC.
Yeah, there was too much weight on that ball, but again, there's something I've realized about this Hasselhoff team that we didn't see in Accra when they played against Kotoko. Bamye, Eso, and Koji, nobody's taking a static position. They are rotating in and around the top 3 positions in there. You see one at the left in 1 minute, and the other time that person is through the middle, the other is on the right or the left. So good movement, difficult to track. We saw Eso going to there. We saw Koji going out wide. Now you see Eso right there and then Koji through the middle. Great to see.
That's some clever defending coming from Masoud Abdullahi.
That was coolly done. Under pressure, but still kept his cool to get the job done.
Dreams FC have played 18 home games at this venue since 2016. They've won 9 out of those games. They've drawn 6 times and lost on just 3 occasions. So it's a kind of a fortress for them.
It's a fortress, difficult place to come as everyone around the league knows. They make it difficult for you to play your own style.
Hatsobo coming close. Not a bad attempt from a free A.
And the angle was against him. It's a good ball through, good run as well. But there you see making the run, getting the better of the defender. But that angle was so tight to get that shot to beat the goalkeeper who had his near post covered all day long.
This can be dangerous. Poor delivery. Emmanuel Nete knows he could have done better.
Yeah, Nete through the middle of the park had enough space and time to, pick that shot. That ball was showed across. That touch was good enough to set him. But here, take a look at his body language. Always leaning back, and once you are leaning back, you are always asking that ball to fly high. And that is exactly what happened.
He walked straight into Hazlewood's first team after signing for the club as a free agent, having last played for Ntala 2 seasons ago. Kingsley Usu's throwing. Afutu. Eso. Mohamed Al Hassan was nearly caught off guard. Some communication could have done them a lot of good.
Yeah, it's always risky when you're scoring a ball, a pass across your own face of goal. Anybody can pounce on it.
Lovely skills from Emmanuel Okran. He still want to go around Nete with that skill. He does well to do that. Cross comes in from Jalilu and is outside for Dreams FC throwing. So I take a look at this Hazlewood bench and it surprises me why Edenchi has all of a sudden dropped to the bench and lost his place to Radio Buka.
I mean, I can understand why Odin does that. To be fair to Denchi, he's a good fullback. He adds a lot to attack. I'm not sure about his defensive abilities. I mean, Ovuka is solid at the back end. Adds something to attack as well. But for Denchi, when he's attacking, it's great. But when he has to tuck in and do the job as a defender, sometimes question marks all over him. That's a learning curve for him. Still young.
Joseph Esso, lovely work. He does well, strikes up his opponent. Here is Esso. Efriye, poor first touch. But box still finds Radio Vuka.
I'm surprised Esso didn't pick that first pass to Koji. Koji was making an interesting run past the defenders. Had he played him through, that could have been a chance, but instead he held on to the ball to set up Bamie Efriye, whose touch let him down.
Kingsley Owusu ready for the throw-in. Looking for Isa Ibrahim. Good tackle, Imano Nete tries to put one through for Kofi Koji. It's headed away by Masaoud. Here is Patrick Arthur. So Karim Zito has taken a back seat, and Wilfred Dormon is controlling affairs from that bench. Very aggressive, outlining the strategies for his men. 20 minutes. Indeu, Dreams FC 0, Hartsoborg 0. Kingsley Owusu sends one deep inside. Nete wins a free kick. All along he was being heckled. By Gideon Ofer.
You can see exactly what Dreams are trying to do in this game. You know, invite Hartlepool to play it. And when they have the opportunity, they also overload them their own half and try to cause the problems with Okran or the Kraku, all joining in the attack.
Robert Addo tidies up for the Phobians. He finds Fatal. Back to Addo. Long searching pass to nobody. Fatal's delivery inside. Oh, Nete tried the volley. Unlucky, Mano Nete. Abdul Karim Zito, I'm sure will be trying to find the antidote, how to unlock this Hartlepool team, cause them to commit the errors, take advantage of them, and hit the back of the net.
Throughout the week, that is what they would have been working on, how to break this Hartlepool side. On their day, they are incredible.
Isa Ibrahim. Confident defending at the rear by Radio Vuka. Under pressure, he decided to still stay calm and keep his composure, shrugging off Gideon Ofer. Free kick for Hearts of Oak, and Isa Ibrahim is complaining that he was rather fouled and not the other way around. Obuka sends a cross in, it's flicked on by a Free, and it misses by inches. Goal kick for Dreams FC, and Sarkodie knows his men were not watching.
Again, that is what Ovuka can do when he finds himself into such areas. There, picked his head up, knew exactly what he was trying to do. A good ball into a Free who had an idea of exactly what he wanted to do, just to flick that ball into the far corner. Unfortunately, goes wide, but Hearts can be dangerous on the counter in wide areas.
Corner kick for Hearts of Oak. The first corner for the Phobians.
First corner for the Phobians.
Hearts of Oak have a corner kick. 25 minutes. Here is Frederick Ansabochu. Ball is cleared away. Again, it looked promising for the Phobians. Nete with that opportunity. Ansabochu. Not too sure.
Yeah, it was overhit by him, but that corner ball that cross coming in from the corner kick was a teasing one. A little flick on into a very dangerous area. Unfortunately, there was no Hearts of Oak player in there to nod it home. Just the slightest of touches could have changed that scoreline. But again, when Hearts of Oak are in wide areas, that is where they cause all the problems.
Kofi Koji up against Abdullahi. So Imanonete can drive from here. He decides to go wide to Fatal. Yes, here is Fatal looking for options with a left-footed cross inside. An acrobatic attempt from a Free that never was. Hearts of Oak have doubled their efforts and they are the dominant side now. Esso! They had a touch he wanted.
That's exactly how Hearts of Oak have set out to play. Sweep the ball quickly from one end to the other, from one wide area to the other. This ball here, both way to Esso. And on the volley, just couldn't quite catch it well. Just comes on top of that leg of his. And there you see Esso. He knows exactly what chance that could have been had he had a clean strike on it.
Kofi Koji against Abdullahi. Joseph Esso squares it for Ansaboche. Ansas press it wide to Fatal. Sometimes you look at them and you feel like they're in shooting ranges, opportunities created for them to shoot from a distance, but they decide to spread it wide instead.
Some way, somehow, that is where they find most of the joy. Take the ball wide and join the attack in the 18-yard box and see if you can get something on the header or the cross comes through.
Kofi Koji is offside, but it was a late call. Shine Aite, the birthday man, flagging Kofi Koji offside.
Surely he can't be wrong, it's his birthday. But then again, Dreams FC, I'm sure that Coach Dolman and Zito will be telling these young lads that keep it tight and close the space, because the amount of spaces that they are affording their Hearts of Oak midfielders, it can only come back to haunt them, because they have so much space to operate, to turn and pick passes. Sometimes, like you did indicate, you have so much space to even try to take a shot. Nobody closing them down quickly enough, and that could be devastating.
Accra Hearts of Oak looking for some kind of redemption after that home defeat to Asante Kotoko last weekend. Dreams FC, they didn't expect to lose a game against Dwarfs, especially considering how Dwarfs have fared so far in the Premier League. But they lost, and they are back to business at the theatre of Dreams. Kingsley Usu's delivery is cut out by Robert Adesoa. Hearts of Oak have played 3 away games this season. They beat Liberty in Dansuman, lost to Mediama in Takwa, and drew against Wafa. Okran's delivery saved by Atta. So a fair share of results for the Phobians, a win, a draw, and a defeat in their 3 away games in the ongoing Premier League.
Yeah, and for a club like Accra Folk, you would expect them to be doing even better if they want to challenge for the league. But that was a shot that was coming through from Okran there. Also, create a space for himself and unleashed one. Atta, his footworks are always incredible, and that is how he got into a very good position to gather that and pick it up again. But Folk would have to improve their away records if they want to, get a job done.
So this Folk fan watching the game on Star Times or just taking some beauty shots from the stands?
I mean, I'm sure he's watching on Star Times, or he's trying to cover the game and perhaps get the key moments in there.
So 2 ministers of state, Vincent Soodote, Deputy Minister for Communications, and the Minister for Zongo and Intercity Development, Mustafa Hamid.
It's great to see him.
And that's Kwame Banyako. He is a former Kotoko management member and also one of top management members at GMPC. He was part of, the foundation of Dreams FC.
Yeah.
He's a good friend to the former executive chairman, Keto Kreku, and so after Kotoko, I think his second love is Dreams FC.
Absolutely.
Atta. Issa Ibrahim. Patrick Atta. To Maxwell Atta. Here is Abdullahi Masaoud. Was looking for Kreku, but nobody there as Radio Vuka picks it up for the Phobians. Emmanuel Nete. Pushing by Godfred Ofer. Patrick Atta. He gave that ball away so cheaply, and Fatah will pick it up for Nete. He does so to win back possession. Here is Okreku to Okran. He's got Mohammed confronting. Slows down the pace and brings it back to Jalilu. Jalilu with a cross inside looking for Issa Ibrahim. Issa can't get to it.
After the last 5 minutes, Folk, they've actually piled the pressure on Dreams, and again, I'm sure Odu will be disappointed they've not had at least a goal from there, because the same thing that happened when they played against Kotoko. They started the game very well and got in to very good positions or decent positions. They didn't take those chances, and when Kotoko had their moment, they punished them. So when you have your moment, take it.
Such a beautiful atmosphere here at the Theatre of Dreams. The fans have turned up in their numbers, the traveling fans and the home fans. Such a beautiful spectacle.
Wherever there is Folk, wherever there is Kotoko, to some extent Ashgold, they bring out the crowd. Huge teams.
No doubt about that. Here's Frederick Ansaboche. Obuka. Kofi Koji. He's fouled and he gets a free kick. Abdullahi having a tough time containing Kofi Koji. So both centre backs of Dreams FC are all Abdullahi. There's Ibrahim Abdullahi and then Masaudo Abdullahi. All of them central defenders for Dreams FC in today's game. Obuka launches one in. Misdirected header from Patrick Arthur has gifted the Phobians a corner kick. Approaching 35 minutes at the Theatre of Dreams is a Hatsabo corner taken by Ansaboche. Another misdirected header nearly gifted Hatsabo a goal. So lucky Dreams FC.
That was almost an on goal there. Not sure where he was trying to get the header to, but goalkeeper had to be sharp to get that.
There's a substitution. Very strange at this minutes in the game. Looks like Kingsley Owusu is making way, and his place is taken by Cletus Nombil.
It's a shocking one because they are 10 minutes away from the break. Not sure it's an injury. He didn't appear to be injured, but perhaps a tactical switch.
Very well.
I'm sure they felt that something had to be changed because they started well, but Hartlepool have ever since dominated and created the better chances.
Emmanuel Nete tries to locate Fatal. Eventually he finds him after Dreams gave the ball away. Here is a free A. Sends a shot in. Handball. Well, tough call. Tough call by Morrison Esoedo. Looks to have struck the arm of Jalilu. Nete. Koji. Nete. Boche. A free is brought down from behind. Free kick for Hatzabok.
Hatzabok now are putting Dreams under immense pressure. Free is still protesting for that penalty. Still thinks that's handball, but lovely touch. This one, this businessman, and struck it. That comes from the head into his head and onto the arm of his player. But I tell you what, that can't be a penalty. You know, there was no way he was going to react, and well in time to get his hand out of the way. That was so close, and his hand was in a very natural position. So the referee got it spot on, but here, Hartlepool got turning on the heat.
Jalilu and Dreams FC left off the hook. It's a free kick for Hatzabok. 37 minutes in Dreams FC's backyard.
Hatzabok have scored some lovely goals from free kick position, so will this be one of them? Already struck the crossbar with one from Esso.
That's Eric Gau, former Hatzabok striker, currently on the books of Dreams FC. Evergreen Eric Gau. He's been around for about 10 seasons in the domestic top flight. Played for Kim Faisal for 4 seasons, joined Hatzabok for 3 seasons, moved to Israel and returned to play for Dreams FC. They call him Gau Gatete. Eso Ansa Obuka, who steps forward. Looks like Eso over the bar.
Lovely strike by Esso. Beats the wall, just couldn't get it to dip in time to beat the goalkeeper. It's better from this angle. You can never tell who was going to take it, but Esso right onto it. Up and over the wall, but not down in time to beat the goalkeeper from there.
Not too far from target. So there you see a free is switching from the right to the left.
And now Koji through the middle and Esso onto the right hand side. So the mobility with this front three is what is causing all the problems for the midfield, the deep midfielders of Dreams and the defense. You can't track them.
Difficult to stop them. The last time Dreams FC lost a game here was back in 2016 on the 14th of September. They lost to Dwarfs at this venue, and they've not lost since then. It tells you how they can be very stubborn at home.
That's an impressive record. dating back to 2016. And since then, lots of teams have come to play here and not tasted a victory.
Obuka's delivery inside. Jalilu fails to head the ball, and Okran tracks back and clears it. Issa Ibrahim. Cletus could not have that touch he wanted. Okreku has not been too visible as far as causing problems for Moa Hassan and Robert Ado is concerned, but here is Ansar. That's what to still hang on. Ansar decides to drift to Fatal on the right. Fatal's cross is headed out by Atta.
I thought there was a moment where Ansar could have just taken the shots. Instead, he took too many touches and had to eventually pass the ball to Fatal, whose cross couldn't be the first man there. But Ansar had all the space and time to drive through the heart of midfield, and that is where the problem has been for Dreams. Nobody taking the responsibility to close down the spaces, and it keeps affording such room for the midfielders of Hearts to operate.
Here is a free air. With his back facing the goalpost, he tracks back to Obuka. Lets his cross in. Sarkodia grabs it.
Such an impressive performance by Accra Hearts of Oak so far away from home. You know, they're picking up all the positives from that defeat against Kotoko and trying to respond, but what a way they have responded. The only thing lacking now is the goal which they need to find.
4 minutes away from the break. It's Hearts of Oak asking so many questions of Dreams FC's defense and midfield. They are bossing every department of the game, and here is Joseveso, unable to control. Sarkodia will pick it up gladly for Dreams FC. Asaudu Abdullahi to Ibrahim Abdullahi, who goes forward looking for Gideon Offes. Jump for the ball.
This is where the leaders in this Dreams FC side would have to step up and tell these young lads that, listen, we are a few minutes away from the break and the recess. Let's see this one out. Keep the scoreline as it is, or perhaps even better. And let's see what we can do when we regroup and come back. Because they've been completely dominated by Hearts of Oak.
Emmanuel Okran. That's all to get to Patrick Atta. Here is Cletus Nombel. Back to Okran. He's got Fatal to beat. He's pacey, skillful, and brilliant on the ball. Here is Okran again. Sends the cross in, is headed away by Ado. Afutu's clearance only goes as far as Maxwell Atta. Here's Issa Ibrahim. Goes past Radio Buka. Sends the cross in. Mohamed had a touch on it. Nope. Goal kick for Hearts of Oak.
Dreams, anytime that they are in the attacking position, when the balls have gone into wide areas, the number of bodies they find in the box, not encouraging. They need to commit more men forward to put Hearts of Oak under pressure. It must be said that Sowa and Moa Hassan have not had the best start to the season. They look shaky at times. A little more pressure with Ovuka and Fatal bumping forward. You could be asking lots of questions.
Hearts of Oak have a man down. Frederick Sabuchi got a knock along the line, and he's better. He's up on his feet. That's Osman Bashiru. He's a former Hatzabok player. He played together with Eric Gawu at Hatzabok, and both of them are warming the bench for Dreams FC today. Offside. Decision goes against Dreams FC. Robert Addo. Kofi Koji. First touch. He finds an opportunity for Hatzabok, but eventually Atta gets it away. Header down by Mohammed. Here is Issa Ibrahim. We've done 45 minutes, 3 minutes of additional time. Koji is pushed from behind. Here is Joseph Esso into the Dreams FC box. Joseph Esso! Oh, he strikes the crossbar. And Saboche unable to go for the rebound, but that was close.
Wow, Joseph Esso. All his own work, showed great strength to beat his men. 2 defenders actually. He can't believe that he's missed it. Right there, it looked as if there was no chance on for Esso. But cuts the ball back onto his right foot and strikes it beautifully back up onto the crossbar. Question marks all over it. Here you see Esso. Show strength here. Great body balance, Joseph Esso. Here, strikes it beautifully onto the bar and right onto the line. There again you see Esso strikes it. Goalkeeper is beaten. And on the rebound, the Dreams FC defenders on alert to make sure that it's not getting to the back of the net. Unlucky Esso.
Second time he's striking the crossbar in this afternoon's game. It tells you the kind of threat he possesses. Joseph Esso, one striker who gives you so many options. Skillful, intelligent, and cool-headed. Fatal. Afutu back to Afutu from Fatal. A missed kick by Abdullahi, and the corner for the Phobians. We've done 1 minute of additional time.
And Esso so unlucky again to engineer that beautifully, but just
this is the kind of performances that will always excite the fans and keep them rooting for you.
Yeah.
Corner kick, and Saboche bends one inside. Heads go up, away by Abdullahi. Robert Addo chasing the ball. After Issa Ibrahim showed interest, here is Kofi Koji. Down the left, he's got 2 men to confront. There's 2 against 1, and Kofi, with his strength, he manages to still hang on, and now Esso goes to his rescue. That's a foul by Esso on Dreams FC's Abdullah Ibrahim.
That's an intelligent foul to win. You know your team is under pressure. Gives an opportunity to get one big kick out from their own area and get the time to go back and regroup and come back and try to see what you can get out of it. But hard to feel they should have been leading the game by at least a goal or 2.
Maxwell Atta. So there, referee Morrison Esso does whistle goal for the end of the first half here at the Theatre of Dreams in Dawu, the eastern region of Ghana. At the end of the first half, it's Dreams FC 0 and the dominant Hatzabok 0. Clearly, no questions that Hatzabok have been the better side of the 2, dominated, created chances, and done so brilliant. At the end of the first half, it's Dreams FC 0.
We've got 45 minutes to prove them. We'll see how it goes in that second 45.
So Esso Edo's whistle goes for the commencement of the second half. Clever header back by Fatal to his goalkeeper, Richard Atta. Such an imposing figure in the goalpost. Patrick Atta's header. Cletus Nombo. And there Kwame Otu. Yes, that's what he brings into the game. Strength, power, and he's not afraid to be bullied. Gideon Ofori had a quiet afternoon. So he comes into partner Okreku up front. So that gives Okreku the room to be more mobile up front and not get restricted at certain positions. Cletus Nombel's corner kick. Kells one down.
That's a shocking poor delivery.
Free kick. Maxwell Atta, the Dreams captain, must be careful.
He knew what he was doing. I mean, his team was on the attack and had to focus on the counter attack. He just had to take that for the team and get the players back in position. Gets only a warning for that.
Ovuka's delivery dip inside. Away by Jalilu, but the flag had already gone up for an infringement in the box.
So we've seen a bit more of dynamism in that midfield of Accra Atafuk. It's far better than what we saw when they played against Kotoko, which looked at Nerte, Afutu, Butcher were all playing the same role and playing the same kind of game. In today's game, we've seen a lot of dynamism in the Afutu sitting right in front of that defense and allowing Nerte and Butcher to join the attack.
Hatsawok. Back in the 2015 season, Dreams FC drew 1-1 with Hatsawok at this venue. Back in Accra, the Phobians beat them 1-0. In the NC competition that ended recently, Dreams beat Hatsawok 1-0 here. Poor delivery from Jalilu. Cletus Nobel watching on as Afutu goes up. Did he handle the ball in the process?
I'm not sure what the referee is trying to give there because Afutu was sharp. He just picked his pocket there of Cletus, who was, waiting for that ball to drop. So Afutu just runs across him there. And it gets that one right onto the chest, somewhere around the shoulder, nowhere near handball for me. Referee gets it all wrong.
That's a bad call.
Bad call.
So in the truncated league of 2018, Hatsawok beat Dreams FC 1-0. They beat them 1-0 in the NC competition and lost here by the same margin. So little to choose between these two in terms of the precedents surrounding this game. Cletus Nombel.
That was asking too much there of his man. I thought it was a beautiful take, but just couldn't execute the pass well, and he knows that he was hit the ball. There was an interesting statistic, going into the break, that amongst all the Dreams FC players, the goalkeeper Sarkodie had more possession and more time with the ball than any of the outfield players.
Wow. And here they are with two of their players down. Okran is one of them. Afutu is livid. Not too happy with the decisions taken against him the last couple of minutes. You can't go scot-free with this one. He held Okran back and he pulled him down. Yellow card for Benjamin Afutu. The first yellow of the afternoon to the Hatsawok midfielder. Asaudo Abdullahi leaves it for Patrick Atta. Shine Aite with a flag on. Radio Vuka with a long distance attempt, but he goes outside for a goal kick. So that was Imano Nete.
Yeah, that was a drive coming through there by Nete. Nowhere near troubling the goalkeeper as the ball is not close to being on target.
Finding it difficult to really get what formation Odum has employed, because Emmanuel Nete has got the freedom to move and join the attack anytime he so wishes, and that has provided more movement for Hearts to walk into the Dreams territory.
Yeah, it has. Quite clearly, as you see there, it's a Futu that is being taxed to stick right in front of that defense. You know, and when the fullbacks have attacked, Nate also sits in and sometimes joins the attack as well. So the mobility has been great.
Here is Okran. He wants the space to drive. He's gotten a free kick just outside the D. And again, Afutu can't believe.
That's a foul, and it's a shocking tackle by Afutu. That's a lazy one, because all he was going to try to do was to shift onto his right foot. And then you see Afutu. He sees him. But that was the tackle coming through. That's a lazy one from Afutu, and it's a foul.
Right in front of the referee.
Right in front of the referee. There. A lazy one. All Okran was trying to do was shift the ball onto his right foot. All Afutu had to do was to follow him and make sure he was closing down the space. He sticks out his legs and brings down his man. And it's a free kick in a dangerous area now.
Almost every Dreams FC player is interested in this free kick, but it's Okran who wants to be the showman. I see Kletus Nombo asking him, he's also interested.
Time to be a hero.
This is the opportune moment. So it's a 6-man human war. There's Ado, there's Nete, there's Uvuka, there's Mohammed, there's Koji. And the free is equally drifting towards that direction. They don't want to take no chances. Emmanuel Okran, Maxwell Atta, Curtis Nombo. Okran! Against the human wall. There's a shout for a penalty. The second look will do us a great deal of good. Now it's Okran again. Lovely switch from Okran. This can be dangerous! No. How could he have missed Okreku from that distance? Couldn't quite get the power he needed for that drive.
Yeah, he rushed that shot. He did rush it. But then from the free kick, the wall did his job there, jammed in right there. No handball in there. The wall just did his job. And then you see Moa has some great defending from him, because he kept his eye on the ball, threw out, and headed it down. And that was a great way for the, of course, the goalkeeper will be happy to see it all do the job. Therefore, Kerku, as the ball fell to him from Okra, he rushed that shot, never really studied himself to hit the drive or have the drive on it. Chance is gone.
Emmanuel Okran with 2 goals in the Premier League against Kim Faisal in search of his 3rd goal. Benjamin Afutu. Emmanuel Nete, oh lovely back heel, he finds Ansa Boche, Ansa to Kofi Koji, back to Nete, Nete goes to Koji again, he goes into the box, what a goal from Kofi Koji! He's broken the deadlock in fantastic fashion. That was a sumptuous strike from Koji.
Oh my word, what about the build-up to the goal itself? Lovely exchanges there from Accra Hearts of Oak. Flicks, tricks, back heels, all over the place. Dreams FC were displaced by the brilliance of that midfield. Those one-touch passes, those quick movements, and when the ball arrived to the big man, he used his body well to create a space for himself and struck it beautifully with his left foot. Take a look at this for a flick. There, that one touch here from Boche, sent to the pass and laid back from Koji. Back to him. Ball finds its way to Koji again. He uses his body so well, and on his left foot, drills it. Goalkeeper Sakodi has absolutely no chance of getting to that ball. But what a goal that is on the turn from Koji, the man in red hot form now.
Some swashbuckling displays by the Hearts of Oak midfield, allowing the strikers to do what they want to do good. And Kofi Koji, he's got a goal, his 3rd of the season. He scored against Liberty, scored against Dwarfs, and he's hit the back of the net today. Let's see how Dreams will react. Oh! Nearly got the equalizer through Issa Ibrahim. Just unlucky Issa Ibrahim.
Oh my word, what a reaction that would have been. And Richard Atta is furious with his team and his defenders. Nobody really was closing up there as this ball comes in here. Take a look at this. Lovely take. But it falls to him and a one-touch steadies himself. Nobody closing down the space and drills it into goalkeeper's near post. He gets something onto the woodwork, but here on the follow-up, the pressure from Fatal, that's enough to put him off. And then you see Richard Atta here, furious. And there you see them also. Apologies all over the place from the defender. They knew they had to close him down.
We have a game on our hands. It's Dreams FC 0, Hatzobog 1. I spotted the GFA president who resigned his position as he resigned from his position as the executive chairman of the club, but he can't stay away from games of Dreams FC. He's here at the stadium.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest games in the league this season. I mean, in a game week, it's one of the biggest games, and he's come here to also see his former team, the team that he started and being a part of. But then again, about the goal from Kofi Koji, we spoke about the spaces that Dreams FC were affording Hatzefok in midfield. And those spaces were just what they needed to build up from. Lovely flicks and tricks all over the place. And Kofi Koji using his strength and his back facing the goal on the turn, lashing that one into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Hatzefok. But the game is far from over.
The excitement surrounding the build-up, you could always tell that something promising was going to come out of it. But with Kofi's back facing the post and, flicking the ball back to get a return and score, simply amazing. Quick thinking on his feet.
The quick thinking there from Kofi Koji. And that is his game, isn't it? He loves to be muscular and use his body and try to bully his defenders. On this occasion, it was 100%.
Jalilu. Issa. Header down by Fatau. Emmanuel Okran up against Afutu. Here is Jalilu. Abdul Jalilu sprinting down the left. He turns ball. Ball had crossed the line, and the Dreams FC bench, they are protesting against the decision.
You must be careful once you start stepping onto that pitch down. The cars come flashing out to you. They have to be careful. There's still a lot more minutes to play here, and they have to get their boys to keep their heads in the game and stay focused.
It's only 58 minutes. You don't start cutting a frustrated figure when indeed there's more time to play for.
And if it continues there, it translates onto the pitch, and the players also, get frustrated and start showing it.
Afutu, his mopping up duties have been awesome.
He's been great today, Afutu. And as always, when you've seen him play,
if he's in elements, he could give you 120%. The first time Hatzefok played a league game at this venue was on the 28th of December in 1997. They played against the Wee Youngsters, and it was 1-1. They are back here, and they are leading 1-0. Asawudu Abdullahi. Nope. Kwame Otu. He lost possession in the process. He thought he had won a foul.
Yes.
He has.
So, let's see the challenge in there coming in. Stepped on him, and of course that is a foul all day. But the whistle, I'm sure, was already gone before this one. Not quite sure which one the referee was blowing the whistle for. And I must say that it's a difficult condition for the players to play in because the humidity here is not the best at the moment.
But 37 degrees Celsius?
Yeah.
That's something else.
And the weather almost looks, somewhat dry. Sometimes the weather can be warm, but when it's moist, you can feel the moisture. It helps in breathing, but it's almost very dry there. So conditions not the easiest for these players today, but they are giving out everything that they have on the offer.
Koji on his chest. Efuye with a bicycle kick. Oh, that was beautiful, but he missed the target.
Great improvisation there by Bami Efuye. He's got skill about him. Everything about him looks like something classy. So Kofi Koji again wins this one, the first ball. Bami on his chest. And right there, trying to improvise something, just didn't catch it cleanly enough.
Benarata will be thinking, this could be my moment. I need to have my chance as well. He's struggled to break into the first team of Hartlepool since joining. He played for Azam in Tanzania, decided to come back home and relaunch his career.
Yeah, but with the way Esso, Koji, Bamier, Freer, the combination between these three and understanding that they are developing, it's always difficult for any manager to risk dropping 1-4. But I'm sure as a professional, he knows he will get his moment. And when he has it, he has to make the most of it.
Robert Ado's clearance inside. Esso. Lovely run from Esso. Radio Buka. He's lost out. He still manages to hang on to possession against Maxwell Atta. Goes past Atta. Sends a cross. A stop by Ibrahim. And Obuka with that attempt just going over the post. Goal kick for Dreams FC.
Radio Buka does well to regain possession. I thought he had lost it in the moment. Does well to beat his man here. Completely leads him for dead. Beautiful skills. Get past him. Sends it across, which was blocked. Comes back to him. This time lashes onto this one. He was going for goal. But there was a slight touch, I think, from the goalkeeper. Referee missed it.
It's a Phobias again. Kofi Koji. Sarkodia is beaten, but that's some good defensive work by Patrick Atta. He covered so well for his goalkeeper, and there he goes. He's got some pain.
Calamity all over the place for Dreams FC at the back. Again, a free flicks that one into the part of Koji. His first touch lets him down a bit as he overruns it. Defender does well to get back into position. Everyone leaving it for Kofi Koji. The touch was too heavy. Had he had a perfect cushion touch into his left foot, he could have been in for a second.
Accra Hartlepool showing they've truly and indeed truly recovered from that defeat to Asante Kotoko. The GFA president, Ket E.S. Okreku, spotting the red shirt, and beside him is Michael Osekre. He's president for Vision FC, and he's referred to as the chief of staff of Ghana football. He's close to the president of the FA. And there was Frank Nelson a while ago as well. He's a vice board chairman of Hartlepool. Fatal, wayward from Fatal.
Well, the speaker foot. That's wayward. But again, Sarkozy had to come out there to get something on that ball. He didn't get enough on it, in my opinion, but he's lucky that it fell to Fatal on the speaker foot.
And Santi Ovuka. I've been so much impressed with Ovuka's, rate of improvement. But here is Kwame Otu for Dreams FC. Tries to go through the middle, short of ideas. Afutu picks it up legitimately. Didn't look like it was a foul. He got himself down. Nobody pushed him.
Yeah, I thought that was great defending there by Afutu. Referee thinks otherwise.
Cletus loses possession. Nete, long searching pass to Kofi Koji. Kofi, he could have gone for the ball rather than trying to use his strength to his advantage.
To be fair to Kofi, the flight of the ball wasn't one that was helping him because it was hanging. He had to wait for it a little bit. At the time, the defender was closing in on him, trying to use his body. In the end, referee thinks that he had too much on it to the face of his opponents.
Down 65 minutes in Deu, and it's Dreams FC 0, Accra Hartlepool 1.
And when I spoke to Odun, coach of Hartlepool before the game, told me emphatically that in the position in which they find themselves with just 7 points, it's not acceptable for a club of this stature, Hartlepool. And today the only thing that they were thinking about was 3 points, and nothing more would satisfy the fans and even he himself, and he's winning.
They're
so
cruising
far
to that 3 points. Okran. Okreku. Liberty up by 1 goal in Kumasi against Asante Kotoko. And Wafa, at the time of restarting this second half, were also up against Great Olympics in Accra.
Yeah.
And it's 1-1 between Bechem United and Chelsea.
Absolutely, and so for Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the back of that victory against Hartlepool, to lose to Liberty would be a disaster.
Cletus Nombil. That's some good turn from the midfielder, but he gives the ball away. Cleared inside by Robert Addo. So Kofi has been left all alone as the Arrowhead striker with support from Efriye and then Esso from the left and right, and it seems to be working for them.
Yeah, they're in a comfortable place now with, not so much pressure and closing down spaces from that midfielders of Dreams. They're comfortable enough to get more bodies in that midfield and get Kofi Koji to use his strength up front alone.
Efriye is brought down by Patrick Arthur. Free kick against Dreams FC. I like his work rate, his endurance, and then his level of intelligence as a front man.
Yeah. I mean, he can play all those positions up front, on the right, on the left, through the middle. And it's every manager's dream to have such a player like Esso, who can also do the same. Kofi Koji, who can also do the same. And of course, Bramye, Efriye as well. So always difficult to deal with when they are in full flow.
Not too sure what Unsigned Ima wants to do with this. Ima goes for power, took a deflection, and they get a corner from it. Ima Nonete.
Yeah.
He's always trying to drive from a distance when the spaces are created for him. That was his trademark back in the days when he played for Ankoti FC and Inter Allies, but I'm yet to see him deliver any of those thunderbolts at Hearts of Oak. Answers delivery. Dip inside. Robert Addo went in with a header, but he was beaten to the ball by Jalilu. And Jalilu got fouled in the process by Robert Addo, and Dreams will get a free kick.
He used a bit of his shoulder there, elbow I should say, into the back of his man. Referee did well to spot that. In Kumasi, it's Kotoko that are struggling now to beat Liberty, and it makes you wonder if the stadium ban is having a toll on them, because the last time they played, they were poor against Doves. That game currently live on Max TV, and so even though the fans can watch on TV, they can't see them supported from the stadium.
In a quiet second half for Emmanuel Okran. Doesn't seem to be getting his axe right. Fatal is switching to Efriye. Dreams will intercept, and Addo defends well for the Phobians. Cletus will pick it up. Ibrahim. He's lost out to Radio Ovuka, and Ovuka gets the decision in his favor. Ovuka has been a difficult customer for Ibrahim to contend. Nuruddin, Denchi, Ejare, all on the bench. Some few months ago, all these players were starters in the Hearts of Oak team. So much has changed. Joseph Esso, Fatal, Asaudu's clearance, only as far as Ansan. Lovely 10 from Ansan. Goes past his marker. Here's Benjamin Afutu. Fatal is interested. Esso. Afutu sends the cross in. It's dealt with by Abdullah. Fatal's header and Atta will come out. Mohamed Al Hassan. That was weak and poor from Mohamed. Kwame Otu got promoted from Dreams FC's feeder side. Still believe he's got power and strength. He's giving it away for a free kick.
It's lovely to see how Joseph Esso came out there to work and help his defense in there. Won the ball and was expecting the foul. Was really expecting. He left himself for his man to get the contact, and when that contact came in, there it was.
So in Taco on Friday, we saw similar scenes. Yesterday, we saw similar scenes. People just want to watch from their homes without paying. Some hang on trees, some stand on walls.
Anywhere will do.
That's some good, promising move from Dreams FC, Emmanuel Okran. Baruvuka would always be resolute. He fouls his man, but he slows down the movement of Dreams FC.
There you see him trying to streak with the Okran there. Trying to get past Radio Fuka. Actually, pushes him a little bit, and the referee scores that and gives that a foul. But it's always difficult, and like we said, the reason why this is a typical example why Denchi is struggling to get into the place.
Defensively, he looks
solid,
very solid. So Liberty Professionals, they have gone to Kumasi to surprise Asante Kotoko. They lead by 1-0 in Kumasi.
Yeah, it's a shocking result at the stand there. But Liberty, anytime they've traveled to Kumasi, they give Kotoko lots of problems. And I'm not surprised that here they are standing Kotoko. But on the back of that result that he had against Accra Atafuk, to be shocking if Kotoko lose.
So the moment Liberty Professionals, took the game to Asante Kotoko and got their goal.
Absolutely so, and there was the moment there that Kotoko will now be looking at and thinking that, listen, all the problems at the back, you have to sort it out and try to get a goal.
It's 75 minutes in Daewoo, and Dreams FC are down by 1-0. Kwame Otu, the young striker who just came in, having some treatment to take from the Dreams FC medical team. Kofi Koji. Here's Cletus Nombil. Maxwell Arthur. Okreku, he's been a pale shadow of himself in the second half. Maybe practically because the supplies are not going.
No, he's not had much support from that midfield. Okran and the likes have not really fed him with the ball, so he's always struggled to compete against the towering figure of, Mo Hassan and Adusua.
Kofi Koji with a lovely pass to a free. He traps it on his chest. He's got Esso to his right. Joseph Esso. Fatao is calling for it, but Esso decides to keep it. And Abdullahi is policing Esso, who finally gets the cross in and is dealt with awkwardly by Dreams. Eventually, Noble gets it away. Radio Vuka. Again, he fouls him on a low crowd. Free kick for Dreams. Nice interception from Adusoa. Throwing for Hearts of Oak. They seem to have taken off their feet from the accelerator. They don't look the same Hearts of Oak team that began the second half in that fashion that got Kofi scoring that opener. And here is Kofi again. He sends a cross inside. Nobody to do the connection. Gracing the face of the goalpost.
That was a brilliant way to engineer the space that he got for himself. Sending in the cross, but nobody really there to deal with it. But we spoke about how hard to have slowed down. They kept the tempo low. Like I said, it's a very difficult condition they're playing under. They can't run for the full 90 minutes because they know they're in a very difficult grounds where anything can actually happen when you play against Dreams in Daewoo. So with the goal up, they are managing the game. They are trying to just keep possession, not force issues, keep it tight at the back, dominating midfield, and just not try to force too much. It's about the game management now for Hearts of Oak. They're 11 minutes away from achieving an incredible result.
This is dangerous. See where he's hanging and watching the game. And he's had a firm grip of that tree so he doesn't fall.
You consider that dangerous? He thinks that is a must.
Wow, bring back the love.
People love their game. People love their football.
So Prince Okreku, he goes out. His place will be taken by Eric Gau. In goes Gau. So Manaf is warming up.
Manaf, such an intelligent footballer. He's only gone under the radar a bit because of the likes of Afutu, Butche, and Nete. It in no way tells you, I mean, if he's not a good player, he's such an incredible footballer. He's got all the ability and all the talents to cause problems on his day.
Ovuka. Here is Fatal. Powerful header by Moa Hassan. Benjamin Afutu. Fatal Mohammed. Oh, good skill. Nutmegging Ibrahim in the process. Maxwell Arthur. 9 minutes away from the end of the game, and Dreams FC chasing that equalizer with some intensity. Here is Okran, sets one up for Nombil. Here is Cletus Nombil, puts one through for Ibrahim, sends a cross in. That was a wasted effort from Ibrahim.
Poor. That was poor because that was in a very good area, and Kodoma know that they just missed an opportunity. But then you see Boche there was closing in down his man to make sure he wasn't getting the opportunity to strike it back here. How could he have not paid that cross? Chance gone, wasted.
And Ibrahim, he has 2 goals in the Premier League. He scored against Kim Faisal and Mediama, but he's struggling to find his feet in this game. Free kick for Hatzabok. Imanonete fancies this one. And the Dreams FC players are complaining about their officiating, especially with the decision that has been taken against them. There was a tussle for the ball, and Efriye got slightly pushed by Abdullah Ibrahim. These are Keto Kreku. I'm wondering what will be going through his mind. His team is down by 1-0, but he'll be happy about the atmosphere. The love is back for the game.
I mean, he did say something about when you're the president of the Football Association, it's a different story from being a man for one club, and I'm sure you'll be looking out for a lot of things that will be general. But somewhere in his heart, will be hoping an equalizer and perhaps a winner comes in soon.
Absolutely. The Ghana Stars are up by 1-0 against Mediama in Doma, and Yaya Mohammed can't stop scoring.
Just can't.
Joseph Esso steps forward. Again, just over the top of the goalpost.
It's actually a very funny movement on the ball because at some point it looked like it was going into the wide area. The ball drifted into the middle of the park, of the post, I should say, right there. The ball was just curling into that middle part of it. Again, unfortunately for us, so it's up and over that crossbar.
The Phobians in search for a second. Kofi Koji! What a miss. Kofi can't believe he missed from that angle.
Could have killed it from here. And Bamye was crying out for the pass from Koji, but Koji had just one idea on his mind, right there, using his body well yet again. Ball drops to his left foot and smashes it. Just couldn't get that accuracy on the shot, but no doubt in the power he carried.
Robert Soa. He gives it away to Cletus Nombil. Emmanuel Okran. Patrick Arthur. Cletus Nombil for Dreams FC. We have 6 more minutes to go in regulation time. And Dreams have a man down. Okay, he's up on his feet. That's Okran. Emmanuel Nete. Kofi Koji is a 1v1 up against Abdullah. Kofi goes past Abdullah, and Abdullah cleverly clears the ball for a corner kick advantage. The Phobians.
The first time anyone has won a one-on-one tussle with Kofi Koji this afternoon. Abdullah Daswood keeps his eye on the ball. Take a look at him, keeps his eye on the ball. Just watching the ball in the vital moments, makes that tackle. Gets something on that ball to prevent Kofi Koji from picking out a pass.
Sheer perseverance and determination to stop the big man.
Absolutely.
Frederick Ansaboche wants to deliver to the near post. Exactly what he does, but it's cleared away by Arthur. Poorly executed.
Absolutely, because he had about 6 bodies in there. Should have been picking somebody out there by, at least beating the first wall in the block.
Emmanuel Nete. Fatau sends a cross in, headed away by Abdullah for a Phobian throw-in. Fatal, he was late for that one. It is a goal kick. Here is Okran. He steals possession from Afutu. Emmanuel Okran. Clever defending from Mohamed Al Hassan.
Oh, clever defending by Mohamed Al Hassan there.
Handball against Kofi Koji. He says he hits his thigh with a broad smile.
Kofi Koji has to work on his first touch. I mean, it's one low side of his game.
Offside against Ibrahim. Shine Aite. So, results from other centers. In Doma, Eduana Stars 1, Mediama 0. Bechem United are up by 2-1 against Bekum Chelsea at the Nanafusu Jiabo parking. Bechem Kotoko down by 1 against Liberty in Kumasi. And Olympics down by 1 against Wafa. And Ashanti Gold are cruising to a 1-0 victory as Dwarfs are down in Obuasi.
Some fascinating results coming through there. Yahya Mohammed, like we spoke,
He can
gets
stop
on the
scoring.
very crucial goal for them in Doma. Meanwhile, in Bechem as well, they just can't lose at home, can they?
Yes, they have an impregnable home record. Yellow card for Richard Atta for time wasting. No need to complain. You have the card already. Work up yourself and do your job for the last 2 minutes of the game. It's amazing how Richard Atta has grown in leaps and bounds. I watched him some 4 seasons ago when he was keeping for Chiman Planes in the Division 1. Right after that season, he was snapped up by Elmina Sharks and instantly became the first choice goalkeeper. I'm not surprised. In the last 3 years, he's warming himself into one of the best goalkeepers in Ghana.
Yeah. You know, in football, there are players we call late developers, and there are players who are waiting for the right opportunity.
Emmanuel Nete, wayward, goal kick. So we will do 3 minutes of additional time as we approach the 90 minutes and Dreams have a free kick. So if you are watching this game on your start times at the patch channel 247, there's a split as we also give you a feel of the game in Kumasi between Liberty and Asante Kotoko. Double coverage on your screen.
You know, of course, and in Kumasi, Kotoko now struggling to even get that equalizer that he has the sole lead against Liberty. But when you take a look at that goal that Liberty Professional scored there, it's then that defense for Kotoko is where, again, there's a problem. There was a leakage, beautiful pass through. Taking nothing away from the finish was a brilliant one, but for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Maxwell Kunodu would be telling his boys that keep your head in the game and let's make the most of the few chances we are going to create. And Liberty, of course, would also love to do their delay tactics, as always.
90 minutes up, 3 minutes of additional time. That's a confirmation. Fatal sends the cross in, cleared away by Abdullah. Nete. Fatal. Asante Kotoko, they are back in it. Oh, lovely skill from Cletus Nombel. That was a wrong option. He decided to go through the wrong path, but he wins the sympathy of the referee. He gets the free kick. In Kumasi, Kotoko are back in it. They are back in business. It equalizes 1-1 against Liberty.
And now they would have the opportunity to see the game off in that final minutes. It's always difficult to play in Kumasi. They will never give up.
1 minute of additional time done. 2 more to go. Kofi Koji. Emmanuel Nettes cross inside. Ansah got an opportunity to score his first ever goal for Hartlepool. Took it on a volley, but it was always flying high.
Oh, he had so much space to himself to have even taken a touch if he wanted to. He tried to go on a volley and never had control over the ball. I would have been thinking that he would have given himself a little bit elevation to have his foot up and over the ball to get a level. That's a big chance missed. He could have killed the game here.
Is it a penalty? Nope. Referee Eso Edo. So that's Morrison Esodo with a big call with just a minute to go.
That's a huge one. That's a huge one because Gau knew exactly what he wanted to do.
I'd love to see that again.
And there it comes. Ball comes through to Gau. Gau gets across his man, but that is a penalty.
Mohamed held Gau
That
on
is
the
a penalty,
shoulder.
and that is where the referee missed. But it's important to take note of the position of the referee. He was right in behind Moa Hassan. There was no way he was going to see his hand across the shoulder of Gau because it was right in behind him. But from the advantage we had to see the replay again, that was so much contact, so much infringement there.
It just couldn't have been stimulation.
Yeah.
There was contact.
Yeah.
Any moment from now, I'm expecting Morrison Esodo to whistle for the end of the game. And for this fun, in just a moment, he'd have to get on that tree to go home.
I mean, if he said, I'm sure he's supporting Dreams FC. It'll be a long, descending for him.
And, these guys are making the excitement very interesting because every venue you go, you get to feel these fans from their corridors in their homes, from the trees, from the walls around the stadium.
Yeah. Like I said, anywhere we do, there you see it again. There you see it again. Oh, the trees are our best friends here. The trees are our best friends here.
The trees are providing stands for supporters who don't want to pay and enter the stadium.
Incredible. Incredible.
Would this be the moment for Dreams FC to equalize? We've done 4 minutes of additional time. Initially, it should have been 3 minutes. Cletus Nombel will take the free kick. Cletus. He steps forward and sends one in, away by Fatal, and that's the end of the game. Morrison Esodo has whistled for the end of the game here at the Theatre of Dreams in Daewoo. It's Dreams FC 0, Accra Hartlepool 1, courtesy Kofi Koji's sumptuous strike separating the two sides here. It's been a display from Hartlepool, a massive display.
A lovely way to bounce back from that defeat against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. 1-0, and a place where it's so difficult to pick up points. A huge one for them.
So this is Dreams FC's first defeat since 2016 at this venue.